Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back into my YouTube channel. It's me, Christian, and for today's video, we are going to make one of the most suggested videos here on my YouTube channel. And for today's video, that would be the call center interview questions in the initial and final interview. Now, I just want to set proper expectation to all of you guys that there are two different interview questions or set of interviews during the application for call center application. So there is the initial and the final interview, and as we go along the way throughout this video, I'll be explaining the difference between the initial and final interview. Now, I just want to also to make sure that we know what are the difference between them. So I'll be giving you a quick and a short difference explanation between the difference of the initial and the final interview. Now, again, there are two sets of interviews during the application, and there would be language assessment after that one. So we'll be making another video for that one. So we'll focus for today to initial and the final interview. Now, on the initial interview, that is actually the first step of the application. Now, in the initial interview, that is more of knowing the personal information of the applicant for those who are watching if you're applying. So they will be asking about personal informations, your experiences, your qualifications, and your expectations for the job working as a call center agent in the future. So that's the initial interview. And the final interview talks more about the expected outcomes of you being hired as a call center agent, and more of that one. So more of the job description, how you would handle things, the work, the activities that you will be doing once you get hired as a call center agent. Now, let's talk about the questions. So for the initial interview, some of these questions are given to me, but most of them are what I have received or what I have answered during my application. Now, for those of you who didn't know, I am working as a call center agent for 6 months now, and this is actually the first time that I applied as a call center agent, and fortunately, it was my first time, and I did it only once. I done my initial once, my final interview once, and my language assessment once, and then I was hired. So I also have other videos in my channel. So there is the Versant examination, Berlitz, my application, my general or the summary of my applications here on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, please do check out on my channel. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start. So usually the first question that you will be getting is, tell me about yourself. Now, again, this is a very common question, but still it's very crucial. So if you want to get the right answer for this one, all you need to focus is that you should not tell them about something that about your hobbies or your activities. Your answer to these questions of telling about yourself is more of what you can give and what are your qualifications, what do you have that could help you or help them, your contributions to the company, to the account, or to the work that you're applying. So the format that I could give you is usually you're going to start with your name, your address, where you're from, and then you should also tell them about your educational attainment. So in the BPO industry, having a degree or being in a college undergraduate or being a senior high school graduate is totally okay. What they want for the applicant is to have the confidence to give a proper service, proper resolutions to the customers. So that is usually what they would bring. So you could highlight your educational attainment. That would be your edge to other applicants. And the second one is your previous work experience, which also can be related to BPO industry. Now, there are actually call center agent companies that hires applicants with call center experience. That would be an edge, that would be an advantage. But if it's your first time and you sound very confident, especially for those who are watching this who are beginners that don't have any BPO industry experience, what you need to do is tell them that you don't have any experience, but be very confident that there are work experience that you have. For example, you worked in a department store or a convenience store, you're a cashier, you worked as assistant in offices. Tell them that even if it's my first time, you are willing to be trained, and I can incorporate what I have in the future, assisting our customers, our clients, which is very important, and that we could give them proper resolution, we could give them answers to their inquiries, and to be able to assist them utilizing all of our utilizing our knowledge on the work experience that we have. So if, for example, you're a salesman, you are a cashier on a store, you can tell them that I have adequate experience handling customers, telling them how our products, how our services is better than other services in the market. And if you're a cashier, you can tell them that I am good with explaining to them how their bills, how their payments, things that they can do to make it easier to make payments, how to assist them to make payment arrangements, things like those. So those are very important, especially in the customer service, because usually beginners are put into sales and billing department. So that is an edge. Just use whatever you have in your previous work experience, try to incorporate it on the work or in the account that you want to apply, especially if you're in sales or billing or in a technical. If you have an educational background in IT or computer sciences, if you have things like those, just try to sound very confident and try to give them an answer that would help them understand that you are capable of the job. So that is usually what we're going to do. And then after that one, after you tell them about your previous experience, you can tell them about the achievements that you have. So it's very important, because what they want is someone who is very hardworking, someone that they could rely to. And tell them that you have been, if ever that you've been employee of the month, and these are the things that you do. And if you're what you do on your previous job, that you surpass the expectations. So you are from the sales department, but you cater to the inquiries, you cater people why they should try your product instead of the one that they currently have. For example, you are selling gadgets or devices, things like that, like cell phones or computers, things like those, that they want, if they already have other service provider, that they should switch to the one that you are offering, because that one is better, it has good quality, things like those. So make them sound like that you could convince them that you can do things that could make the customer want to transfer to your service that you are providing them, that you will be providing them. And if it's a first time customer and they're looking for a service provider, that you were able to convince them that they should start to get or to purchase what you are offering, things like those. And that would really be convincing. It would really make the employee or the interviewer be fond of you, because you are doing things that should be in the customer service, because you want them, as a customer service, you want people to switch to your to the service provider that you have right now, or purchased what you have right now. So that is usually what is needed for you to be able to pass the initial interview. So again, that would be the personal information. The second one is your work experience, your achievements. And then the last one that I could probably give you, again, I have already talked this earlier, that if it's your first time to apply as a call center agent, that you're willing to be trained, that you're a fast learner, that you're eager. And all of these things could be observed while you are speaking. So that's why it's very important for you to be very confident. Now, though, that is the first question, and actually that is the major part of the initial interview, because in that way they would learn many things about you. Impression is very important. If you're very confident answering that question, it would be just off the table. Everything would follow through and it would be successful. Well, the second question that I have when I had the initial interview is that why I want to be a call center agent. So my answer to this one is that there are two two answers. The first one is for personal growth. I want to help customers because I am a customer myself, and I really wanted to have a good customer service. I am, for example, I am an internet service customer, and I want to have answers or questions. I want to be assisted in a manner that I would understand, and that I could make that I would get answers from my inquiries. So as a customer service agent, I want to do that to them as well. I also want to have personal growth in terms of my language, in my speaking skills and my communication skills, and I really wanted to talk to people, and I really want to communicate to help them. And the second one is, you have to be honest, this job is perfect for me. I will have a great time doing because I love to speak, I love to communicate, I love to assist, and at the same time I could earn. So that is also a motivation for me. I want to earn while I love doing my job, because they won't hire someone if they don't love the job. Because being a call center agent, because you're assisting customers, sometimes there are customers who are very frustrated, who are angry, and if you don't have the will, if you don't have the eagerness to get the job, and if you don't want the job, then you will be swallowed by the frustration of the customers, and they don't want that. They want someone who is still very confident, who are eager to help, even if it means that the customer is sad, if the customer is frustrated, is angry. So they want someone who could assist the customers with utmost care, with utmost love, respect, and being confident and helping them out, and to de-escalate customers. So that's what the BPO industry, the management wants. So that would be the perfect answer for that one. And also they would ask you some of activities during initial interview. They would explain to you that if you will be put into the sales department, and our service is internet service, and and we'll give you a situation, right? So the interviewer will tell you, let's say for example that I have an internet provider with this let's say $100 cost for the service, and I'm getting internet, and I wanted to look for other internet provider. And let's say they will also give you some of features of the internet service that you will be providing. For example, it's a little higher. Let's say the internet costs $120, and the one that the customer has right now is $100 only. So how would you sell the service to the customer? This one actually is the one that was given to me, so this is actually my experience. So what I give to them is that I know that you are paying with the lower cost on your internet provider right now, which is $100. But if you're going to switch with us right now, if you're going to purchase and avail our internet service, what I can offer you is $120 internet service, but I'm going to waive off the activation fee and the installation fee for you, since you have me on the line. I can do that, definitely do that for you. I could also provide you with a free modem, so you don't have to pay for any modem that you have. And for that $120 internet service, that is our fiber internet service. So it means that it is the fastest internet service provider that is on the market. And I just want to tell you to set proper expectations. Our customers from your area are switching to our internet service. It's actually because it's very reliable, it's very fast, and you could have as up to 10 gadgets or devices connected to the modem, and you will not have any disconnection, you will not have any service interruption with our internet, because it is the fastest on the market. And this is a one-time promo only, so if you're going to switch with us, I know that you will not be disappointed with the service that we have, because what we have right now is much better than the one that you have currently in your area. So that is how you will convince them. And during the initial interview, you can say as much as you want. You don't have to limit your imagination, you don't have to limit your offer. Make it sound that the customer will have a win-win situation. Even if they would give you, like what I have said, the prices are different. The price of the current service that your customer has right now is a lot cheaper than the one that you are offering, but give them the advantages of what they will be getting in the future once they would avail your service. So that is a big plus. So those are the 3 important things that was done during the initial interview. So after those 3, I was the interviewer told me that I passed the assessment for the initial interview. Usually those are the 2 things or 3 things. So personal information, why you want to work. Sometimes they would ask you why you choose that kind of company, and that's what research is all about. I want all of you viewers who are watching, especially beginners, do a research in the companies that you will be applying to. We want to apply on the first one that you really wanted. If you really want to be part of that company, make sure that you have done your research. Follow them on Facebook. Read reviews. That's very important, because I've also done that before when they asked me why I choose the company. So I've read a lot of good reviews, and for me, having good reviews from other, since it's my first time, and reading those reviews from other call center agents really helped me a lot in choosing. And because I want to do my best, I want to be in the best company there is. So from that one, they would be applauding you for that one. So those are the things for the initial interview. Now let's talk about the final interview. Now during the final interview, it's actually more easier compared to the initial interview, and others are very nervous of the final interview, which I just want to tell all of you guys. I've been to different jobs, and if it's your first time looking for a job, please prepare more on the initial interview than the final interview. So what usually happens in the final interview is more of activities. So I do have 2 activities that they were given to me, and this is very common. The first one is, if they were going to hire you as a sales representative, how would you sell a product to a customer who wants to get it at first time? Like a first-time customer, or how do you handle customers that wants to switch? How would you convince them? So like what I've said earlier, usually what happens is that the initial interviewer and the final interviewer is different, so you might be getting the same activity. So just try to incorporate your answers from the initial to the final interview. That is the first question. The second one is, how would you handle a customer who is very angry, disappointed, and frustrated? That is very important. So what you're going to say is that you remain calm. Okay, I would give them, I would acknowledge their concern and sound very confident, because it will be a role playing. Okay, so they would be doing some role playing. I've been on the line for too long. I've been waiting for 45 minutes and my internet still doesn't have any connection. My internet is still not working, and I really need this because I am stay at home working, and I have my family. They have to watch. My kids are now, things like those. So they will be yelling. They will blah, blah. So what you're going to do is to sound calm, not being sarcastic calm. Okay, just being calm, and that acknowledging, ma'am, I know how frustrating it is. I am a customer myself. I also work at home, and internet is very important to me, and I understand where your frustration is coming from. But ma'am, let me go ahead and assist you with this one. I will do my best, and don't worry, because I am an expert on this kind of matter. So please stay on the line for me, and I will definitely help you with this one. Okay? If you're going to start with that one, everything will follow through. So usually that is the only thing that they're going to listen to you, because it's not a real call, right? It's just a mock call. But how you sound and how you deliver those words, those calming words, and telling them that you're an expert to this one, that you know what you are doing, acknowledging their concern, with that one, the interviewer will definitely make you I give you a good grade, and definitely will pass you for that one. And it's very, very important for you as well as a customer service to know that you are assisting the customer, and that you're making sure that everything will be okay and assuring them that you're going to fix your concern. And after that one, what usually would happen, they would be talking about the job offer, the perks, the benefits and advantages of you, and if it's okay with you. And one of the things that I remember when I had my final interview, if it's okay for you to work on the graveyard shift. So that means that you will be working from night till dawn, or from dawn to morning. That's usually the graveyard shift. If you're willing to work for Saturdays and Sundays during weekends, and also if you're willing to work on holidays, and it's Christmas already and holidays, so you'll not be spending Christmas, birthdays and special occasions with your family, and if it's okay with you. So they will be asking you some of these questions as well, so just make sure that you're able to answer this one if it's okay with you. So those are the initial and the final interview, the initial and final interview questions that I received during my interview when I applied as a call center agent. And for those who are watching, if you had experiences during your final and initial interview, and you still remember the questions, please do comment them down below. I will be giving my answers, if how I would answer those questions, so that it would be helpful as well to other applicants who are wanting to apply as a call center agent. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you do have some suggestions, if you do want me to give you a part 2 of these questions, and I will do my research, some of my workmates and colleagues, the questions that they received during their final and initial interview, I will be happy to do that as well. So again, if you want to learn more, please don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, a comment down below, and hit the notification bell so that you will be updated on my video. So I will be making another video after this one, so that would be the language assessment for those who are applying again for call center agents. So this is me again, Christian. Hope to see you soon on my next vlog. Bye.